Hi, my name is Diya Kharwadkar and I'm a program manager for ETP with the India team, and I manage our programs on the ground. The Indian tea industry is currently dealing with several issues. I think the top three of these would be unemployment amongst youth, low wages, and gender inequality. Assam has historically had a problem with low wages in that they are the lowest amongst tea wages paid to workers globally. In Assam, the wage is divided between cash and in-kind benefits. So part of the wage is paid as cash, and part of it is given to workers as housing allowances or housing, healthcare, education for their children, food grain rations. And this has created a problem of quality around in-kind benefits. And there is now currently a demand that the full wage must be paid in cash to workers so that they have greater control over their income and they can decide on the quality of the housing that they choose to have, the access to healthcare, the access to nutritious food or education for their children. Unemployment amongst youth has been increasing. Young people growing up on tea plantations in Assam are not keen to work on the plantations, but employment opportunities outside the plantations in Assam are very limited. And this is resulting in vast numbers of young people on tea estates who are not gainfully employed and who are not skilled for very highly skilled jobs. The final issue is to do with gender. 53% of the workforce in the tea industry is comprised of women. And even though they are a large contributor to the economics of tea, they are some of the lowest paid in the tea supply chain. So we feel that these are the three main issues that need to be tackled in the Assam tea industry. Our programs have achieved great things for tea communities in the last 5 years. I'd like to talk about two of our flagship programs that we've worked on. Firstly, our partnership with UNICEF, the Improving Lives program, has had significant impact. In its first phase, it impacted the lives of 33,000 adolescent girls. Through the establishment of adolescent girls' clubs and child protection committees on tea estates, it equipped communities to deal with violence against children and to protect children from abuse and exploitation. In its second phase, the program impacted 300,000 community members, more than half of which were women and children. The second program, which is another really important program for ETP, is the Plantation Community Empowerment Program that we implement ourselves in Assam. And the PCEP program involves setting up community forums on tea estates, which are like mini parliaments that bring together all stakeholders on tea estates to encourage joint decision making about the issues, problems that affect these communities, and then also to find the solutions to address the problems. And the program has resulted in incredible impacts for the communities, for the way the estates are managed. I'd just like to talk about some of these. Through the program, we helped more than 1,300 community members access government identity documents, without which they would have been unable to access government benefits and schemes that they are entitled to. For example, 1,400 households were able to access an LPG, a gas cylinder subsidy, and move to a healthier fuel and method for cooking in their homes. Our work in India, like in other countries, will focus on the ETP strategy, and we will work on economics, equality, and environment. On the economics pillar, our work will be focused on the Plantation Community Empowerment Program. The program will impact the way youth and women interact with community life, and the approach will impact the lives of 100,000 people residing on 20 tea estates. On the equality pillar, we're partnering up with GAIN, which is the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, to implement a workforce nutrition program. Poor nutrition in tea communities disproportionately affects the health of women, with 46% of women in the age group of 18 to 49 being anemic. Anemia severely affects health outcomes for women, death during childbirth, low productivity in the workplace being some of these impacts. The partnership with GAIN is tackling poor nutrition on 140 tea estates in Assam, and will do this using a women's entrepreneurship model. Women will be trained to carry out further training in communities on nutritional food, dietary diversity, kitchen gardens, and through the sale of fortified and nutritious food. And this program will impact the lives of more than 200,000 people. On the environment pillar, ETP is in the process of developing a strategy on climate adaptation and mitigation measures for India.